Everyone, what's up? Welcome to Sketch Day Live. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. I know normally I do this on Friday, but it's been a busy week, so I'm gonna keep it tight. A lot to do today personally, so just want to kick things off by saying thank you to the channel members and patrons. Got some new patrons this week as well. Welcome, Felix. Thank you for your support. Thank you to the YouTube channel members as well. Much love, shout outs. And thank you. Let's see. Just want to say hello to everyone. Hope you're having a good Saturday. My window disappeared. Where did it go? There it is. All right. Hope you're having a good Saturday. At least it's Saturday where I am. It's probably Sunday for some people. Hey, Lori. Flash Rebirth. What's up? Applejacks. Breaks dances. Nice. Nice. So we're going to do a little bit of appreciation for you guys. I know we didn't have a specific theme this week for sketching. So I just want to show off some of your work, and I think I'll do one piece today, maybe focus on some of my brushes that I've been using digitally here. So if you have, let's see, Tom says he has an idea for me if I'm interested. I'd love to hear it, Tom, so fire away. Actually, I forgot my tea upstairs, so I'm gonna be right back. But in the meantime, I'm gonna switch over to the iPad here, and I'll be right back, guys. NYC Tours, what's up? Thank you for the support, as always. Or sorry, NYC Everything. Not NYC Tours anymore. Much appreciated. Yeah, the Octa shoe is super cool. Thanks for submitting that. Yeah, just needed to start my day off with some tea here. All right. So, weekly sketch challenge. Thank you guys for submitting your work. We've got Net Arnav here with awesome. I struggle with tight sketches personally. I take a lot of time. I take a lot of time. So mad respect for doing this. Actually, yeah, I've heard of NFTs. I know there's a few people doing that. NFTs being digital art. So lately, people have been selling digital pieces that are supposed to be exclusive for, I think it's cryptocurrency, right? So it's tied to blockchain, I imagine, in terms of security. So I've heard of that, but I haven't gotten into it personally. So Arnav, nice work on your sketch. We've got Abdul with another fire sketch here. This looks almost vector. It's pretty cool, super tight. So super nice work. Appreciate you sharing that. We've got another from Abdul here. I love the crisp approach. I am curious. I don't know if Arnav's watching, but if you are, nice work. Contains chemicals that cause cancer. I mean, we're all gonna die at some point, so I'm sure the amounts of Wi-Fi in my studio are probably giving me cancer right now, but who knows. So that's a Ferrari Testarossa, looks like. Very nice. We've got Laboom with a character here. This is Goju Satoru. Nice work. I like the texture in the blue. I think you did a good job with that, and I'm wondering if that's, the paper texture or something else, but pretty cool. And lighting as well. We got a motorcycle. See, mystery with a charger. Always bringing the heat with the pencils, pens, and all that good stuff. Hey, Kayla. What's up? Ethereum. Yeah, I used to own some Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then I got rid of it all. I think it was around 13K. Yeah, I didn't keep up with it, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Where is there okay. What are we gonna sketch today? Nothing. Gotcha. Hello, Prakash Singh. Sikawar. Hello, Marzi. All right. Mystery with sketch wall. That's a lot of sketches. I've seen some of these before in the chat too, so appreciate you sharing those. Nice work. HPie, great practice. Working on, looks like light and shadow. It's pretty cool. Some texture here. I can't tell if this is like meant to be a flower or part of a snake. Like it feels like it could be something that's part of plant life. But either way, it's pretty cool. Thank you. And we've got a spaceship here. This one's cool. Maybe I'll overlay this one just because it would save me a lot of time. I wouldn't have to come up with the idea, but I could show you some stuff. And then Tom with the octopus shoe. I thought this was cool. I'd love to hear your inspiration, Tom, and what kind of you were thinking here. But it's not an octopus. It's more of a squid, right? I assume. All right, so that's the weekly sketch challenge channel. Here's also the show your work channel. Really great stuff. I'm gonna scroll up here and just kind of show you guys. So if you haven't been a part of the Discord community, be sure to check that out. You can get lots of help. I'm trying to scroll back here just enough. All right, let's start at the 24th. Yeah, let's start at the 24th. So we've got Abdul with another sketch here. Feels a little bit long in the wheelbase. If it looks like a warthog or something like that, ATV. Average 80s car. Okay, we could do that. That'd be interesting. Car request from Lori. That's a rare treat.
Yeah, bro.
Thought you'd be requesting an 80s car with a fashion person next to it. So I like that. 80s car. Like an 80s style car, right? Okay. Hello, Kamal. We got some hands here. Hand studies, always difficult. That was by, let's see, Oshal. All right. Felix with a time lapse of some drawings. That's cool. I love seeing the stuff you guys post. Hearing about your experiences. I know many of you are way more talented than me in some areas, so definitely appreciate sharing and helping everyone else out as well. Nice work. I like that suggestion, Lori. I think that would be fun. Chrysler Acclaim. I don't recall that. I remember my family having like a station wagon at one point. I think it was a Chrysler, or the name Maverick comes to mind, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it was a Chrysler Maverick or something like that. But let's see, Chrysler Acclaim or Plymouth Acclaim. Ooh, okay. All right. We do something in that vein. That'll be fun. All right. And Tom with the heat. So Tom's a longtime fan. Been on the Discord and part of the... Whoa, got disconnected there. Sorry, guys. Let me just make sure it's not disconnected. Okay. Longtime fan, super fan of shoes. So it's been cool to see your progress, Tom, and to see you trying different things. Like, really awesome. You're in a big shoe phase right now. Hey, it's all good. I don't know a lot of people that professionally model shoes in 3D. I have a contact. Because you're a Patreon, I'll be happy to connect you with him. He does generative design. Not generative, but he uses Grasshopper and Rhino quite a bit for his shoe designs. Hey, Wayne, what's up? Wayne, one of our channel members, checking in. Thank you, much love. High five. Big ups to you, Wayne. Anyhow, I'd be happy to connect. He works in shoe design for a company doing Grasshopper 3D stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But I don't know a ton of people who do like actual CAD for shoes, so it's a good skill to develop. Have you tried doing gravity sketch with shoes yet, Tom? What's up, Mecha Art? So there's a bunch of different views here Tom's done. Looks to be some sort of powered shoe. I think it's pretty cool. Under Armour here, texture, whatnot. In terms of rendering, I would say keep working on it. You know, add your primary, secondary light sources and see if you can kind of have a little bit more depth. It kind of goes a little bit flat on the top of the shoe, but something you can just work on. All right, AAHB with a glue gun. That would be a fun one to sketch too. Nice job on the glue gun. Interesting perspective, construction lines. Goodbye, Kamal. Good night. Awesome, Wayne. You're welcome to share that and show your work. We got some other stuff there. Geo, whoa, that's an amazing portrait. I mean, I'm not shy about saying I struggle with people, and it's really cool to see this awesome piece of work. So thank you so much for sharing your work. This is Geo. We got another one here by Geo. Just amazing. I like the freckles there on the face. Very subtle tones. The hair has nice movement to it. Proportion, all that stuff feels really good. So nice work. Oh, you got a used Oculus 2. I actually bought the Quest 2, and then I returned it. Jordan with the heat. Oh my goodness. Jordan, this is amazing. Like, I'm not just saying that. I've seen some of your stuff that you've posted over time, so it's nice to see the progress. It looks like you're getting way better. So keep it up. This has a really great feel to it. I'd love to see, just a couple tweaks, perspective wise. For example, I think the pipes on the hood are a little bit off on the far side, and I know you're trying to show that pipe, but it'd be cool to show this, maybe with some wear, some materiality to it. But overall, it's pretty cool. I don't know if you've heard of Damon Moran. He's an illustrator, I think animator as well. I'll share his link in the channel here. Super talented, but this sketch reminds me a bit of some stuff that he does. All right, so you guys can check out his account. Also, if you have any interesting accounts that you want to share, there is a channel on the Discord here called Tips, Tricks, Tutorials. That's kind of catch-all for if you find something interesting, you can post a link there, share it with everyone, in the interest of just sharing knowledge. So that's under Level Up, Tips, Tricks, Tutorials, Dino Haas. Little by little, starting to improve. I think your ellipse here is a little bit off. This might actually be a good one to overlay as well. So I'm gonna copy this. So let's go ahead and copy. Now you've seen all my contacts. And let's see, let's delete. And I'm gonna be using Procreate today, I think. So I'm gonna jump. Oh, this is from a workshop I just conducted. Sketched on paper, took a photo, put it into Procreate here, and worked on it. I'm just gonna have a document here where I'll kind of paste some of these. So let's just put this one in here. All right. Oops. And we'll go back to the Discord. So thank you for sharing that. That is Dino Haas. MDZ with some light studies. We got Genki. Oh, Kenji from my talk today. It's fun. Thanks for joining, Kenji. Some car sketches here. Really nice. Nice perspective. Overall forms. There's some things you could probably tweak in terms of proportion. I would suggest asking Danny C in the chat. I know Tom's been working with him a little bit, keeping it up. You need a thick weekly challenge in your life. Nice. But yeah, chat with Danny, get some feedback. But this is really cool. Like, it's starting. Like, I'll screenshot it just to show you the things that I noticed about it. But other than that, it's looking really great. So I'll focus on these two. I'll do Lori's idea. So hang tight, Lori. But I do want to show you. So the only thing, Jordan, is right here. Let me jump to my stencil. So these are my brushes from my Procreate Mega Pack. But if you look at the perspective here, right, you've got kind of lines going like this, like that. Right. So you'd want to make sure if you are like if your greenhouse is going like so, either take this point and pull it down right here, or and if you're going to keep this more flat, that's why that would need to go down right there. But you can kind of see, if I turn off this layer, you can kind of see where, if these pipes are meant to be the same height, right, and I'm just following the line on the greenhouse, this would need to kind of come down, right? So you'd cut that off and it would appear to be a little bit shorter, and then kind of just go left to right, and you'll be able to figure out, okay, I've got a pipe going in like so, so I need to have that come in here, right? Or I guess it's a little bit below, so yeah, I guess you got it right. My bad. You got it right. It's right there. I didn't catch that. And then the bends in the pipe and so forth, you can map out. Just a sec, guys. All right, sorry guys, kid stuff. Anyhow, so if you just watch for those points, then it's kind of, you know, easy to kind of see where you could tweak things. Like maybe this grill comes up a little bit right through there, right, stuff like that. So I'll save this if you want, Jordan. Post it. You guys can check it out. All right. Just like so. But overall, pretty good. The only other thing too is the length of the vehicle. So remember, you know, try and consider the length of your wheelbase. So if this is halfway here, we got 1, 2. All right, so you've got about 2¼ wheels between. I would actually take this whole thing. So let's go ahead and group this, and then I'll duplicate it. Oops. Didn't mean to duplicate the layer. Let's duplicate the group. And I'm going to flatten this. And if I transform this just a bit, you'll see. All right. So let's turn this off. So I'll transform a little bit here. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Maybe I'll just cut it. I'll just cut your car. But basically, this would need to be a little bit further back, I think. And I'll use blue lines here. So if that's a little bit further back, it changes the proportion a little bit, but you get the idea. Maybe something like that. Empty hands are the devil's plaything. Oh, nice, Mecha. You got the Creality Ender. That's a good 3D printer. So there's an example of, you know, how you, especially if it's digital, it's pretty easy to tweak some of these things, but you kind of see there how that affects proportion a little bit right through there. I'm trying to avoid this negative peak in the design, so it's just habit, force of habit, but also try and find ways to bring lines through. So right here on your light, if you brought that through and then to the front, then that might give you a way to kind of resolve the grill, right? Maybe introduce a little break there or something. So think about those things. All right. Okay, so the other one that kind of stood out was this one, and I forgot who it was by. So let me go check in the Discord here. This was by Dino Haas. So the reason I wanted to point this one out is the ellipse is pretty off. So I think nice job on the shading, but I just want to give you an opportunity to see something here. So let's say this is our nice camera body. Right through there. All right, just bring your lines through. I think you did a nice job on the transition. This line's going that way though, right? It feels off because as far as I can tell, this is now on the front surface. So this line on the bottom should look something more like that. So, right. So you can kind of see now, oh, the perspective maybe feels a little bit better here. I'm not really sure what's happening on the front per se, but that's kind of how those lines should be, right through there. And then the lens itself, all right, I'm gonna draw a square. You can look at my video on ellipses. I have, well, it's not like I have just one video, but hold on just a sec. I'll pull this up. So if you go to sketchaday.com/videos, you'll see, I'm just gonna remove this scene. Hold on just a sec. All right. So if you go to sketchaday.com/videos, you'll go to this page right here, and there's a bunch of stuff: general sketching, perspective, industrial design sketching, and so forth. So I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna look for ellipse on this page. Right, so you can kind of see what's the degree of an ellipse, ellipse templates, tools, how to draw ellipses, things like that. So let's go to this one. What is the degree of an ellipse? And you'll kind of see, here's a video explaining. That was before my studio was all built out, but there's a video explaining what the degree of an ellipse is. So there's things like that there that can help you figure that all out. All right, oops. You saw the chat. You saw what I saw, but it's okay. There's nothing like super secret there, but when you stream on YouTube, that's what it looks like. Michael Matesi's Force books. That's the anatomy book, right? Force, dynamic sketching. All right. So your ellipse here on the front. Let's switch to blue, so we can kind of show you right here. I'll do it again anyways. So what you want to do is just draw an X on the front in that box. So once you have a box in perspective, really what you're doing is kind of working with a relationship like this with your circle in your box, and the circle is going to touch at these 4 points, and then if you draw the X, then it touches at these points. All right, so I can translate this into perspective like so. Let's use a bit of yellow to highlight these points. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then if I just guesstimate, kind of, I'm going to end up with a shape like that. And then for the ellipse itself, right, something like so. So if you want to draw a camera lens, you would extend this out. The box in the front here is going to be a little bit bigger now, right, just like that. And we'll have the same thing like so. You should be able to connect these two to a central axis if you do this accurately and you're not rushing it like me. But the better you get, you'll be able to freehand this. And so that's the correction for your lens. So the ellipse isn't going to be straight up and down. It's going to look slightly rotated. All right, so that, not that. Okay, maybe a little line there, some shadow. So hopefully that's instructive and can kind of help you guys if you are drawing an ellipse. And so subsequent ellipses would be essentially projected back like so. And maybe there is some kind of lens release or thing that's here as well. And I know this is all red ink. Did I draw on top? Okay. This is all red ink, but we can even duplicate the layer. Let's go ahead and group these two. I'll turn it off. And you can kind of see there's the sketch. Let's go ahead and, hold on, wrong layer. Let's go ahead and adjust the hue, saturation, and brightness. And I'm going to crank the saturation down, turn my brightness down. So there's the black line sketch. And now if I wanted to, we could just apply some quick color. I'll use the marker brush in my set here, the real marker brush, which should be like, as the name implies, using a real marker. That's why I like it. If you're just trying to come up with something real fast. So pretty handy if you get the hang of it. So again, this is just all in the brush kit, Sketchaday brush kit. It's available. Check that out. All right, and then for the lens itself now, we'll just... Oh, and the brushes are available to patrons and channel members. If you've been one for 2 months or longer, just hit me up. I'll happily work them over for you, or to you. But there you go. Maybe there's a material change here, so I'll make this a little bit darker right there. All right, so you can work pretty quickly, pull form out. This is going to be a little bit harder to do if I work on the same layers, so I'm just going to shade in this little detail that was part of the initial sketch, and then let's go ahead and erase, clean up, maybe add some little speckle here for texture on our sketch, and voila, there you go, corrected. All right. Oh, hey, Design Education. You should check out Design Education's channel on YouTube, by the way. Yes, it'll be fun to do our interview. I can probably do it tomorrow, so hit me up. Caroline, the Discord link is sketchaday.com/discord, but I will post that here for you. Normally I have Lions and Jordan helping out in the chat, but you know, I don't usually stream on Saturday. All right, so the one sketch I'm gonna do today, and the one idea is Lori requested an 80s style vehicle. So let's go back to gallery here, and I'm gonna make a new document. And this is actually a good challenge because I find that when I sketch cars, I often sketch a more modern vehicle, meaning you know, modern proportions, very aggressive, BMW, Audi, that kind of thing. So what she's referring to, just so I can show you guys, was the Chrysler Acclaim. It was a vehicle here she was talking about. All right, so kind of looks like this. If we go to the images here, so I'm not going to draw this vehicle specifically, but just this style of vehicle. Okay, you can kind of see a general stance here that was pretty common. So I'll probably use a position like this that's less, you know, top down, hood down view. Probably something a little bit more horizontal like that. But there's the request, and I think it's a fun one because it's not something I typically do. All right. So that being said, let's see if we can make some magic here. Make some magic happen real quick. Convertible rabbit. Oh, okay. We can do a convertible rabbit. See what those look like. Ah, okay. Those are cool. Cabriolet. I believe that's the term, right? So would you, I guess we could do two views since it's convertible, or kind of modify the main sketch and then just use the same underlay or something. That could work. It seems like Saturday and Sunday make for good streaming days too in terms of availability. Maybe I'll consolidate and do like Saturday, Sunday, and then like a midweek or something. That way, I think more people are able to come and check it out. A gerbil could be driving the vehicle for sure. Absolutely. You can use your imagination. All right, so perspectives, point of view. So like I said, we could do something like this where a little bit of the hood is showing. Very, very subtle square here. All right, so let's do some rough sketches and then we'll do something a little bit tighter. All right, but I'm gonna start with some shape like this. Like so. Actually, this feels a little bit wide, so let's bring this in. All right, so when in doubt, rough it out, of course. There's our front, got our headlights here, angled hood. Like so. What is the top? I don't know what it looks like with the top on it, so have to look at a picture for that. All right, maybe something like this to start, and then we'll tweak the proportion. And what I mean is, like with modern cars, a lot of times I'll kind of shrink the body side quite a bit. So I'm gonna have to play with this one a bit. Maybe we'll do some chopping. So I'll take like a portion of the sketch here, maybe move it down, maybe do some tweaks, right? Just to help it feel better. Right. And you can do that as you're sketching as well. So you don't have to like redo everything. Right, a little bit of technique you can use. All right. So keep with our rough sketch here. So what I mean by two views is I'll do this view, and then I'll take the same view, and then we can use that. Yeah, I feel like, okay, yeah, there we go. So kind of wrap that. So I'll use the same view, but just flipped to save time. So in terms of form study, you might consider doing other views as well of whatever it is you're doing. I quite enjoy doing that. Find it helpful. So maybe this is another quick view of our vehicle, something like that. Just again, trying to understand the form, what's happening. Really cute vehicle. Did you own one of these before, Lori? Or just appreciate the design? So what are you guys up to today after the stream? I'm gonna try and make some music. Personally, I keep trying to block out time to do it, but I just had a busy week, and so I'm gonna take some time today. I just wanna get creative, make some music, do some stuff. Can I sketch some shoes and sneakers? Maybe I will. Maybe I can do that tomorrow. Ooh, it's your dream car. You know what my dream car is? My dream car... Well, I'll see if you guys can guess. How about that? Let's see if you can guess what my dream vehicle would be. I don't know what the back of these looks like, but I'm gonna try and imagine what the back of one looks like, since I don't really have a reference picture here. And I'm not being especially careful with the lines, because we're gonna overlay one of these. A car that has a back scratcher. I assume these had rectangular lights, I'm guessing. Again, I'm just assuming here, I don't know, but just judging by the style of the time, it's probably something like that. That would be my guess. Some sort of rectangular lights. Probably not. I'm probably not even that far off. All right, so we got some quick sketches here. Let's do our main sketch now. Now that we've done a few studies. 60s Charger, 2000 GT, Cybertruck. I mean, I would love a Cybertruck. That'd be fun. Ah, Trace Star. Yeah, I'll try and do more Saturdays, Sundays for sure. For me, it's a little bit easier too, in the sense that I'm not working on other stuff. I've gotten a lot busier with design work, and I kind of need to do those. Got to pay the bills, man. Got to pay the bills, so I got to do the design stuff. I did mention on the stream previously that I am working on courses as well in the background. I know a few people have asked, "Hey, do you do any sort of course? Is that available?" So yeah, I'd like to be able to offer that. So I am working on it. Okay, so sketching a little more lightly, little more carefully here now.
I use comparisons to Hitler to win arguments on the internet at the drop of a hat.
Probably have a nice, what I call a hairy sketch to start, and then we'll clean it up as we go. Trying to decide if I want to even do that perspective though. Let's see. I could have, let's rotate it slightly. It'll make me feel better about it. But yeah, these older cars are a little bit harder for me to sketch personally, because I'm so used to just sketching a more modern. Okay, I guess I'll use the quick shape to get this wheel in. The one time you'll see me use quick shapes in Procreate. Sorry, I can't tell if my kids are like trying to kill each other or if they're doing okay. So I'm a little bit distracted just with some sounds in the background, so apologies there. Alright, let's get this bumper in. A little bit of meat on the underside. And then we've got these nice wheel flares that are part of the design. So try and get those as well. Just right here. So if I do a cross section, you end up with something like that happening. And same thing here. You guys believe it's March already? Crazy. Yeah, it is weird to sketch old cars because the wheels do feel small for sure. And I can tell I need to actually tweak a little bit here as well with the hood. So this portion right here, I could actually move it back just a touch, like so. Yeah, the wheels always feel small, and then the cabs feel like super proportionally, just like big. So it's always a little bit weird. All right, once I'm in a good spot though, I'll do a little bit tighter sketch again. And then we'll be in a place to add some color to it. some color, and then we'll show it top up and top down. Yeah, that feels way better now. Yeah, Mecca, it's my dad. Dad sense is tingling, like something's not right, but I think they're still alive. I think we're about here. Got these little bumpers on the bumper. These little extensions here. Like so. And got a couple cutouts on the front. And we have our lights. Anyhow, whatever, right through there. And then the wheel itself, yeah, I hate sketching the wheels because I can't do my giant rims that I normally do. So I'll have to maybe do like a more classic 5-spoke or something. Just a little bit. That'd be a pentalobe, basically. 5-spoke penta something. Got this nice body line through the side. Feel like I could make this just a touch thicker right through there. Got this nice slope to the hood. So remember, like with Jordan's car that I showed you guys, it's always helpful to kind of check, just do a quick perspective check. Okay, do these lines all appear to converge at the same point? Right. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. What do you think, Lori? Is this tickling your pickle? Scratching your fancy? Making you antsy? How do I go about designing shapes and details of a car? Anything I keep in mind? If I were like designing a car that were more like my own design, what I try to do personally is make things continuous where possible. So if I have a line that goes off, I'll extend the line and maybe intersect with something else, but I'm referencing another design that actually exists, so it makes it a little bit harder to say, okay, let's do one more overlay. Makes it a little bit harder to, you know, just make something up because it already exists, essentially. So all right, so now my goal here is just to get a nice clean sketch. So I'll try and use less lines, lots of undo redo type thing here. And I'll probably use the quick line functionality a little bit. So for areas like the headlights. Come on. Just being annoying. There we go. So trying to be a little bit more intentional with the lines. Should probably use a thinner brush. Not thinner, but smaller diameter brush for this, but we'll just roll with it. All right, let's see if I can cheat here, actually. I'm gonna take this piece that I just drew, make a selection, 3-finger swipe, we'll duplicate, kind of just move this over here, and with a couple tweaks, let me think, actually. Yeah, so with a couple tweaks here, maybe make this a little bit wider, kind of push this over. You can kind of create the impression that it's, you know, a new sketch, or a new element you sketched on, I should say. Super handy. I feel like when doing sketches, at least for me, the line work is always what takes a bit of time. But once you get the line work done, it's not so bad. All right, we can turn off our bottom layer. Oops, I'm gonna merge this down. Turn this off, and you can kind of see, yeah, there's the work going into it now. So I'm gonna make this even lighter. Is there a chance I can do a race version of the Blade Runner spinner? You're in luck. I actually did a spinner on the channel. We did a Lamborghini spinner. So I won't be able to do that today, but I could do another one Sunday for Sunday's show. Or if you just follow this link, let's see. Because you asked so nicely, I will look it up for you. Boom, there it is. So here it is. Phil did a Lamborghini version of the spinner. What tools would I recommend for first-time Procreate users? Use my brushes. Shameless plug. But I would recommend just making sure that you have some good paper skills too. You know, I am working on a digital sketching guide to kind of help, or help you decide, you know, what tablet should I buy? What's a good workflow when working digitally? Some things to avoid, stuff like that. At this rate, though, I think it might be 150 pages because there's so much to talk about when it comes to digital sketching, I feel like. See, and this car is interesting because the lines for the greenhouse here actually kind of kink a little bit. It's actually interesting. And since we're doing a convertible, I'm gonna have to modify the front here a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna do comparisons of software. At least I have lots of things I need to do. It turns out, and one of those things is, you know, that software comparison. So that's also going to be in the guide, but there'll be video content as well. So that's why it's a little bit bigger project than the marker guide that I released, or even the pen guide that's kind of just simmering for now. Pen and ink guide. just kind of simmering. So there's an example of where I might use the quicklime tool to kind of help me out. All right, and then I can just take this, take this shape, and then let's duplicate. Oops. And I'll just move this to the back. Let's do freeform, transform this a bit. All right, scale it down. And I'll just kind of connect, fudge it a little bit. Did Lori peace out? She's like, draw this car, and then peaced out. Where you at? What iPad do I have? I'm using the 12.9 inch iPad Pro. I'm hoping Apple releases a new one this year. I kind of want to get a new one, so yeah. I'm low-key hoping they release a new one. Thanks to whoever just bought a t-shirt. I just got a notification that someone bought a t-shirt, so thank you. Those are available on the website as well. Not as popular as the other stuff, but I like apparel, so I thought I would do some of that on my store. Oh no, Lori's there. Oh, my dream car, that's right. I never answered that. So my dream vehicle is kind of weird. I would love to have an Astrovan, but like completely deck it out and do like some fun camper stuff to it. But I would like I would want to put like a, oh yeah, the headlights don't, or the taillights don't wrap. See, I'm used to doing all these modern car things, but I'll just hint at it. Yeah, I would love to have an old Astrovan, kitted out, put like a love seat in the back, nice speaker system, things like that. I think that would be pretty fun. Yeah, like anytime I see an Astrovan, I'm just it takes a lot of willpower not to go, man, I just want to buy one right now. I just want to buy it. It takes a lot of willpower. All right, so I think to do the cabriolet, let me think here, because I don't want to have to do this twice, obviously. So let me finish the wheels in the front. I'm going to do this on a separate layer, and you'll see why. I'm going to do one wheel, and then I'll duplicate the wheel and use it on the sketch in the back. And this is just a time-saving technique. If you spend some time up front and you were doing something like this, just a way to help you not have to do both. Marzi used to drive an Astrovan. That's funny. You'll have to tell me about that sometime. But yeah, I've always wanted an Astrovan. I think they're cool. If you guys don't know what those are, just look them up. They're like old family vans, I think from the 80s or 90s. as well. But you can look them up. They're pretty cool. I missed that MTV show. Do you remember that show, Pimp My Ride? The Exhibit. So ridiculous. All right, so there's my pentalobular wheel. Pentalobe. Let's get some treads on. I mean, I don't know how detailed we want to get here, but I'll just hint at some texture. All right, so there's my wheel. So now, yeah, that was on a new layer. So I can duplicate this and now just move it to the back, scale it down. And then because the ellipse is further back, it's gonna be pulled in a little bit and slightly rotated. All right, so I can actually get away with this if you're careful. All right, so that's one way to save time if you're sketching a car and trying to do something, you know, a little bit tighter in terms of your render or your sketch. Okay, so let's merge these down. Let's keep it tight. All right, so there's our sketch so far, and I need to add a few detail lines. So let's add hood line. We've got, looks like some sort of vents on the hood here as well. I always like drawing a center line. I can't help it. It's just a thing. Whenever I learn to draw cars, I just got in the habit of drawing a center line on the hood. I'm cheating a little bit on the lights because I made some mistakes here. On this front grille section, we've also got a logo, but I'll probably skip the logo portion. And then we'll just add some quick color to this and do our two versions. One with the top up, one with the top down. Use a little shortcut, show you guys how to work quickly. But getting good line work, I think, if you're doing this style of sketching, is super important. If you're painting, that's a whole other thing. You know, you probably don't need as much attention paid to your lines. Oh, looks like this grill I did a little bit incorrectly, so I'm gonna fix this. Let's pull this in, and looks like these slots are actually, yeah, so I'm cheating here. Not really cheating, just making a quick correction to some lines. But they actually go down like so. What is my streamline set to on this brush? 0. Yes, I don't use streamline. I know a lot of people use it, and it's fun and it's cool. The most I'll do, like I said, is that quick line functionality, but I don't really use streamline. If I go into the brush settings, let's see. Yeah, streamline is set to 0. So any drawing I do tends to be unfiltered, if you will, as natural as possible. All right. Sorry, a friend was just texting me, go get vaccinated if you can. I guess my state has a lot of extra vaccine available, so maybe I will. Maybe I will this week. We'll see. All right. Okay, so I just want to draw a little bit of the interior here, and I'm gonna do that. Is sketchily even a word? Sketchily is not a word. In a sketchy fashion. So like the seat, but I'm gonna do the seats without headrests because I don't want to mess with headrests. Do you guys use Streamline a lot when you're sketching? I mean, it seems stupid, I know. It's like, why are you making this harder on yourself? But I'm not always able to draw with my iPad, so if I develop that habit, that dependency, I worry that it kind of will become a thing. So that's my irrational fear. Let's draw some windshield wiper things. I think that's what they're called, windshield wiper things. Windshield wiper-esque. So the technique I'll use on this for color will be very quick. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time coloring this up. Okay, so the reason I did that is so that now I can take this top, you know, just these lines that I sketched, and actually, oops, take these lines. Was I on the wrong layer? I was on the wrong layer. Okay, so let's make that selection again. So take these lines, because I don't want to redo them, 3-finger swipe, and I'm going to cut and paste, and now this is on its own layer, so I can essentially take the top of the vehicle off, right? And then at this point here, we've got our kind of roll bar. So if you guys want to see the difference in Streamline, so if I tap on the pencil and I crank this up, you'll see the lines kind of look jiggly and weird as you're drawing. I just can't do it. Maybe just a touch of Streamline, I guess I could do, but even then I'm just like, meh. All right, so tap, got a point, so I know where this comes down. Just do a thingy thing. So something like that. What do you think so far, Lori? Thanks again for the suggestion. Okay, so now I'll put the top on, and then I'll do 2 versions of this. One where it's open, and I have a view here of this car in the rear, because I just want to see what this canvas top kind of looks like. Okay, so it looks like we have a little bit of a return coming down like so, right? Maybe the fabric kind of bunched up a little bit. But yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. So that's the top, open, or sorry, closed. All right, we'll draw that down and hint at a little bit of a window in the rear. So I should be able to turn this off. Yeah, turn it off, turn it on. So I can turn it off, create a new layer now, and then do the back, all right, with it open. So I don't have to redo the whole sketch, but rather we can go, actually I need to reference this. So, you know, if this is going to open up, right, if this opens up and comes down like so, I'd want to be able to reference, say, this point and say, you know, this is where everything kind of gets bunched up on my cabriolet top. Right, just like that. And then for purposes of rendering whatever, I'll just make it really dark so I don't have to do a lot of the details in there. Okay, so now I can turn it off and we have our version. So let's just group these layers together like so. All right, we've got our initial sketch layer here. I'm just gonna make that even smaller. Let's duplicate this group, and I'm gonna scale it down just a little bit, and we will flip horizontal like so. And then we have our main view here. Scale this one down just a bit. Maybe move it down on the page. I feel like it needs to proportionally be tweaked a little bit. So let's just make it just a touch taller. Right there, just a touch taller. But yeah, I can't do the streamline thing. Feels antithetical to my design principles, which probably sounds weird, but all right, so let's do some quick color. Like I mentioned, so layer 13. Typically, I'll have my sketch layer on the very top. What's up, Vasisht? Sorry, I've been hit or miss this week. Promise we will circle up. Vasisht is a part of the offsite educational experience. This one looks like it has some streamline on it. I'm not sure, but I usually crank it down all the way to 0. All right, so this one will have the top up, and this one, let's see. So I'm gonna turn off that layer, and then this group will turn off our top. So I should be able to show, yeah, top down. Okay. So top down, top up, 2 views. I guess I should put this group above everything else so that it now obscures so it obscures the wheel right there. All right, so in terms of color, I'm gonna do yellow. Why not? Why not? Do yellow or turquoise or something. I've done a turquoise car before. I've done yellow too, though, to be totally fair. Oh goodness, it's gonna do that app crash thing. So Procreate likes to crash. It's another reason I don't like it. It likes to crash, and then now I've lost my history. Anyhow, so it's back. But whenever I do that fill command, it crashes a lot for some reason, and I don't know why. Maybe you guys know why. Maybe it has to do with my iPad being old. But it's done it all along, and I don't know why they haven't fixed the bug. But whatevs. They probably make so much money they're like, we don't need to fix this bug. Bug? What bug? Does that happen to you guys at all, or is it just me? It also doesn't matter that the car is yellow right now. I can always change that color. Not a big deal. I'll do the same thing on the wheel, at least the rim portion, that I did for the sketch as well. Let's do our trim. This is like Bumblebee without being a VW Beetle. I do have this inking brush, the smooth tracing inker. This one is streamlined. And I use it if I'm doing like specifically a super tight comic or storyboarding. I'll use it for just clean lines. But in terms of general sketching, I don't typically use it. And you can kind of see it has that weird jiggle to it. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, because I do have to run and drop my kids off somewhere in a little bit, is we'll push pause, we'll put a pin in this, and we'll call this part 1. Part 2, we'll come back tomorrow, and I'm going to finish this up on the iPad, plus do some sci-fi stuff. I'll have a little bit more time tomorrow. So let me just get a base gray in for our bumper here. and then we'll call it good. Thanks again for watching and hanging out with me today. I hope you have a fantastic Saturday. May all good things come your way, including vaccines if you want one. No pressure though, but if you want one, you go get it. You go get it, girl. Do you sketch digitally, Lori, or not really? I am curious. I've only seen your marker stuff. I'm curious if you've dabbled or if you're interested in that kind of thing at all. It's fun. Adobe Fresco is the other software I use. Thanks, Vasish. I can't stop. I always say I'm going to stop and then I can't stop. All right, let's just do the interior blocking. I'm just going to block it in with some gray here. But yeah, I use Adobe Fresco. I've used Sketchbook Pro, but they don't really update it or do much with it anymore. So I don't use it a ton. Some people still love to use it though. Just use whatever you like. That's the key. Use whatever you like. Let's turn this off, and then I think what I need to do here actually is let's take these two, we'll group them, and then I can turn that off entirely. Okay, so now I can make a new layer and do this roll bar. I'm just gonna do it in gray, same gray. But yeah, I'll finish this up tomorrow so I'm not rushing it out the door. And we'll do a part 2 if that's okay with you guys. And then I'll do the digital is much harder. Yeah, so I'll do part 2 tomorrow, and then we'll finish coloring up, adding details, whatnot, and then, you know, make this into more of a page. So thanks again for watching and for hanging out. Golf GTI, that'd be a fun one to sketch. We could do that as well. I'll probably do, let's see, Tuesday and Thursdays are hard for me now because I'm teaching a class, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for sure. We can make that work. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thanks so much for watching the stream. As always, passion is the process. If you learned something today, try and do it again, but show someone how to do it, and that's going to help you in the long run. It's going to help you get that much better, because when you have to break it down, it forces you to understand what you're doing, digest it, and really share that out. So much love and shout out to the channel members on Patreon. Wayne, thanks so much. And Derek, as always, Latrice, Lori, if I didn't mention your name, apologies. But I'm terrible with names. In any case, the love is real. Thank you very much. Thank you to the patrons. Welcome Felix once again to Patreon. If there's anything I can do to make the experience better for you, you let me know. All right. That being said, take care. Happy Saturday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Sci-Fi Sunday. Take care.